Hey, good morning. This is Brian with IMG coming at you from the home office. I wanted to put together a quick video today in regards to how to qualify a listing agent. All agents kind of seem pretty equal on the surface level, but there's definitely some that are a lot better than others, and a reason why a few agents get the majority of the listings, and while the other ones kind of struggle to get one or two a year. So I was going to talk to you first and foremost about what to look out for. There's a few kind of agents that I really want you to kind of keep your eye on. The first one is what I call the entitlement agent. This is the one that's friends, family. They might know you from church, kids go to school. They could be very qualified, but they think that they are entitled to the listing just because they know you. You still have to qualify them the same way you would any other agent. The other agent that I think is also one to stay away from is what I call the no marketing agent. This is the one that doesn't have a game plan beyond just putting the property on the MLS. That worked very well in 2016, 2017, but as the market gets more balanced and shifts closer to a buyer's market, we have to drive a ton of traffic, use other resources and other systems to get people viewing your property and actually getting in there and taking a real look at it. So other ones I really like to talk about is a rookie agent. This is a person who's probably only done one or two transactions. We've all been there. We've had to start somewhere, but you have to make sure that there's a managing broker involved, someone else kind of holding their hand, helping them through the process. The first indicator is if you're at a listing meeting and the managing broker isn't there, then you kind of have an understanding of how engaged they're going to be in the process. The call me when you're ready agent, oh man, I can't stand these guys. These are the ones who tell you everything that you need to do to the property, but don't help you in the process as far as lining up vendors, actually personally helping you. I know that my partner Lauren, I've seen her on a roof taking debris and dead branches down. I've seen her doing touch-up paint at properties, and we've actually even personally cleaned properties when cleaning ladies haven't shown up. That's the kind of dedication that you should see from an agent, but the one that's just going to pop in once you've done all the work, take a few pictures with our iPhone, is not the one that's going to really earn that commission. And then the last one that I always like to talk about is you tell me what it's worth and I'll list it at that price agent. That's a huge concern because they're just going to tell you what you need to hear, knowing full well you're not going to get that price. It's going to hurt you when it comes to your actual offer because you will get a lower offer than what you're looking for. So you want somebody to be straight up, tell you the truth on what he's really going to sell for. So as we do this, what are some qualification questions you can kind of root out the wrong agents or make sure you're dealing with the right agents? The first question I always like to ask, or I like clients to ask me, is how are you going to net me the most amount of money as well as eliminate my stress? You know, that's really, when you boil it down, what a good realtor should be doing for you. So the next question I always like to talk through is how are you going to market the property? You know, we talked about that a little bit more at the last slide, but what's your strategy? What's your game plan behind actually making my property unique and making sure it shows as well as possible? And what are the avenues or resources you're going to use to market to as many people as possible? How many listings have you done as an agent? That's a great question to ask, not only for your career, but also this year. The market changes, you know, interest rates just went down 1/4 point yesterday. You need somebody who's active, knows the micro market, but also knows the economy and what's happening so you can make decisions accordingly. What sets you apart from other agents? That's a wonderful question to ask. And then it's not too irrelevant to ask them, you know, what is your fee structure and what am I actually getting for what you're charging? So if they line item that out the right way, that's a great thing to have. So as we do that, another thing I like to talk about is why do houses not sell? I always talk about three things: the condition, the price, and the agent. Sometimes it's a combination of all three. And so you don't want to be in that position of knowing 30 days down the road why your property doesn't sell, because the first thing that we want to talk about is the importance of the first 72 hours. Your probability of getting a full or above list offer goes down significantly after those first 72 hours. So you want to be in that position of strength, everybody competing over your property, instead of being in somewhat of a distress where people say, okay, it's been 2 weeks, they're really itching for an offer, I don't have to do a full price offer. So I always like to end this kind of aspect of it of, you know, everybody's a genius in an upward market. Some of the sins of our bad realtors have been kind of pushed to the wayside because our market's been so hot, so it's kind of covered up some of those mistakes that bad agents have been making. But now as we get more competitive, it's definitely rooting out some of the bad agents and putting some of the good agents to the forefront. Last, I never do these videos without an IMG pitch. Here's some of the things that differentiate us. We really like to focus on the problem first. What can we do to get the property to a position where it's going to show as well as possible, and how can we be hands-on and help in that process? We do have an investment mindset, and that is, coming from fix and flips and buy and hold real estate, we look at the actual numbers and focus on exactly what we can net and how we can get that net value higher by minor improvements and making sure the property shows very well. We have a renovation and fix and flip background. Of course, we just kind of went through that. Tech savvy. And then the most important piece is we're extremely hardworking. I mean, that's really our magic bullet or secret sauce. But also, we love this business. It should be exciting. It should be fun. We love it when our clients get to that closing table and we can present them that huge check. In fact, that's what my mentor always tells me is we're not in the contract business, we're in the check business. Our job's not done until you get that check at the closing table. So if you like what you heard, you have additional questions, feel free to ping us anytime. We'd love to talk to you further because we live and breathe real estate.